Calaroga Shark Media.
Hello, TV addicts. This is Journey Joe Mitchell, and welcome to another episode of TV in the Basement, where we explore the deep, dark depths of television's most iconic series. Today, we'll be taking a chemical dive into the gritty, intense world of Breaking Bad. This AMC drama took viewers on a transformative journey alongside Walter White, a brilliant but underachieving chemist who becomes, well, a meth-cooking kingpin. When we first meet Walt in the pilot episode, he's just a mild-mannered high school chemistry teacher celebrating his 50th birthday. But a startling lung cancer diagnosis and a chance opportunity lead him to begin manufacturing and selling crystal meth alongside a former student, Jesse Pinkman. What follows over the show's 5 gripping seasons is Walt's astonishing downward spiral from a sympathetic family man into the ruthless drug lord Heisenberg. Actor Bryan Cranston's tour de force performance takes us from rooting for the underdog anti-hero to being appalled by the monster he becomes. Cranston is simply phenomenal, imbuing Walt with so many layers: the genius-level intellect, the corrosive pride and hubris, the desperate family man, the menacing Heisenberg persona. From his iconic tighty-whities moment to the climactic say my name threat, Cranston's range was unparalleled. It's no wonder he racked up 4 Best Actor Emmys for this career-defining role. The equally sensational Aaron Paul portrayed Jesse Pinkman, Walt's underestimated former student, who becomes his volatile partner in crime. Paul brought extraordinary depth to the role, masterfully embodying Jesse's constant tug between youthful recklessness and his strong moral compass. The devastating Peekaboo episode showcased the full breadth of Paul's talents as he rescued his girlfriend's young son from egregious junkie parents. And who could forget the iconic Yeah Bitch Magnets celebrating their literal genius during the legendary Season 5 magnet truck heist. Jesse's harrowing enslavement and liberation under the neo-Nazi compound provided Paul with a raw, traumatic showcase that culminated in his Emmy-winning season. The strong supporting cast around Walt and Jesse was impeccable as well. Anna Gunn was heartbreaking yet resilient as Walt's wife Skyler, who began as the clueless spouse before becoming complicit in Walt's lies and criminal empire. Her unforgettable heated "I'm the good thing" speech remains a series highlight. As Walt's DEA brother-in-law Hank, Dean Norris brought humor and heart before transforming into Walt's most formidable pursuer. Norris was firing on all cylinders in the intense cat-and-mouse Ozymandias episode that led to Hank's brutal demise. The most memorable character might be the legendary, chilling Gus Fring portrayed by Giancarlo Esposito, the unassuming fast food manager who masked his identity as an implacable drug kingpin. The slow burn reveal of the cold-blooded Gustavo Fring throughout Season 4 delivered a deliciously sinister villain. His showdown with Walt in the face-off finale delivered some of the series' most pulse-pounding moments of intensity and shock value. From the very start, creator Vince Gilligan infused Breaking Bad with a cinematic feel through stellar writing, directing, and cinematography. The southwestern Albuquerque setting is beautifully shot, providing the perfect, dusty, gritty backdrop for Walt's existential journey into darkness. Breaking Bad was never afraid to depict the brutal consequences of Walt's depraved choices and the staggering body count he left in his wake. Moments like Walt callously allowing Jesse's girlfriend Jane to die, poisoning young Brock to manipulate Jesse, and yet the show's writers always balanced the darkness with ingenious moments of levity, like Badger's Star Trek ramblings or Saul's comically shady antics as Walt and Jesse's crooked lawyer. Vince Gilligan and his team created a masterclass in marrying intense drama with welcome hits of dark humor. Unforgettable set pieces like Walt's brilliant improvised machine gun contraption in the neo-Nazi compound finale showdown, or Jesse's moral reckoning with Gale's death in Sunset, showcased the creator's ambitious vision in merging cinematography with creative storytelling. Even the most minute details, like Walt's evolving sinister haircut, held symbolic weight. While Walt eventually accepts his monstrous Heisenberg persona, the show always grounded him through his relationships with Skyler Jesse and his DEA agent brother-in-law, Hank. His ego justifies the horrors through the guise of doing it for his decidedly upper-middle-class family, until his shattering deathbed confession that he did it all for himself. A cathartic meta moment for the character's remaining sliver of humanity. By the time Breaking Bad's polarizing yet poetic finale arrived, The once good-hearted Walt had walked too far into the hellish realm of violence and immorality. But after tying up loose ends, he reverted to Heisenberg one last time, using his chemistry skills to improvise a brilliant trunk-rigged machine gun contraption to free the enslaved Jesse from the neo-Nazi compound in a blaze of rebel glory before succumbing to his cancer wounds. In the end, Breaking Bad cemented its status as a certified landmark in television achievement, a bracingly original morality play that took viewers on an addictive, unforgettable ride into the gritty depths of pride, greed, and a man's soul. Its writing, cinematography, direction, music, and extraordinarily nuanced character arcs from start to finish raised the bar for prestige dramas. While nearly every episode of Breaking Bad's 62-episode run contained a handful of breathtaking white-knuckle moments, a few spellbinding hours still stick out as the series' shining gems. The shattering Ozymandias in Season 5 is widely hailed as Breaking Bad's supernova peak. After Hank finally catches Walt in his lies, a cataclysmic sequence of events unfolds, including a devastated Skyler lashing out at Walt, Hank's brutal execution, and Walt's family forced to go on the lam. Bryan Cranston's unraveling performance as the oh-so-human monster he created was simply astonishing. Season 4's Gus Fring origin story episodes like Hermanos and Box Cutter that slowly revealed the methodical ruthlessness of Giancarlo Esposito's fast food drug kingpin through glimpses of his Chilean past were masterclasses in escalating tension. The moment when Walt finally stood up to Gus's menacing "I will kill your wife" threats delivered one of the series' most fist-pumping payoffs. The gripping Season 3 finale, Full Measure, pits Walt against not just his brother-in-law Hank, but his own psyche as he scrambles to save Jesse from Tina Twins' sadistic hands before they murder him with a tortured death. The nail-biting race against the clock raised the stakes to unbearable levels. While certainly a more lightweight installment, the celebrated Season 2 episode, The Cat's in the Bag, encapsulated Breaking Bad's unique ability to careen between knuckle-biting suspense and wickedly dark comedy. Watching Walt and Jesse haplessly trying to dispose of an ill-fated casualty while babysitting a rambunctious, scorned wife's kid somehow blended anxiety with laughs perfectly. These were just a few harrowing, iconic examples that showcased Breaking Bad's mastery of sustained adrenaline and dread. But the series was remarkably consistent at making even the most calm, bet-setting episodes crackle with a sense of simmering danger. So ponder this, basement viewers. In the bleak world of Breaking Bad, are we all just chemistry teachers capable of degenerating into unrecognizable beings under life's pressures and circumstances? Or do we all have an inner Heisenberg waiting to explosively break out from our mild-mannered facades? The beauty is that the answer for Walt and humanity is never crystal clear. That's all for this deep dive back into the twisted world of Walter White and Breaking Bad. Join me next time for another unseemly trip down the basement stairs into the dark depths of television's most electrifying dramas. Until next time, this has been Journey Joe Mitchell watching TV in the basement.